Yo, there we are back again. Let's see, does the technique work? Yes, it does. Wonderful. So, we are back at our miserable old place. And since I've grown tired from the shenanigans of this darn biome, I have come up with a plan. One plan to maybe, only maybe, realize my dreams of conquering the sea partially. So, I realized that the sea, it might have an endless supply of water from the edges of the map, but it is only one layer of water, and then there's already soil. So, I wondered what would happen if somebody accidentally would punch a hole into the sea, and you know, my plan is to build a good system that directs the water through all the layers of the caverns, and then we'll see what will win, the sea or the caverns. So, welcome to my madness. That's the plan. That's the plan. Alright, so, but before we can go for any plans, I must find a solution to that darned problem of drink shortage. I still have no clue why the hell my dwarves have such issues maintaining their production of drink. I really hope that with this farm, this problem will finally be a thing of the past, because technically I don't understand what the problem is actually. You know, there's really enough workspace and material supposedly available, but I don't know. I'll just plaster down another still in the hope that this will help. Okay, so while we were doing that, the city's core is in a pretty okay status. We have to finish a couple of rooms still. There's a dining hall that I haven't fully furnished yet. Or, well, that's a quite charming way to say I haven't even started building it. But, overall, the worst is over. We now await in fear the arrival of the Baron. I mean, we could just say no to the barony. Be pretty easy, but I don't know if I really want that. So let's finish these living areas. We will be very soon done with building larger apartment areas. We will then have to think about where the nobles will stay at, but that's another day's problem, I'd say. Hey, Steel, welcome. Happy to see you. Hope you had a fine day. So, let's keep going. Okay, so this place is coming together in a way that I like, and most importantly, I have now one magnanimous and insane project at my hands. So, how do we start? And where do we start? First, by completing this part of the city, I suppose. Okay. So, here's some flooring left to be done. Oh no, that's nothing I want to do. So, there's a lot of work still to do before we can start punching a hole into the sea, though. Because if we do it wrong, we just destroy our entire fortress. Probably. If we do it horribly wrong, that is. If we do it only a little bit wrong, we lose permanently the access to the caverns. If we get unlucky. So, there's variations of dumb. I'm trying to avoid dumb completely. But, well, one thing at a time. Alrighty, so I cannot resist the urge to put down some proper flooring here, because the whole place just looks so much nicer with proper floors, It's just boring without. My personal stance. Good. So it's raining bitter sludge. You tell me. Okay, so the drink count is currently rising. That's a good thing. Okay, so I thought a good start would be to try and drill a hole into the seas of pain, waters of pain, in a vicinity where we got a pretty nice vicinity to the coast, you know. So something around here. Let's see. Oh, this looks good. Oh yeah. So let's see. What is below this place? Partially, well, not much of my base. That's a good start. This is really, really good. There's a large plains that we can flood. I mean, it's very close to my base camp here, but well, it's okay. So I'd say, yeah, we found our starting point for our madness. Let's do this. So first things first, we'll have to take care of the trees. You know, there's always trees to take care of. And then we start drilling our hole. This is going to be good. So, how much mining personnel has Fortress Revered available? 2 people? Are you kidding me? How many picks do we have? 3. Well, let's change something about that. This can't go on like that. Unacceptable. So we got plenty of copper to go around. So, well, 10 picks would be a little bit over exaggerated, I'd say. But, well, let's get ourselves hands on 5 copper picks, you know? So we can boost up the amount of workers here as necessary. Okay. So that part is being done. The next part that I want to see too is that this thing here is getting a proper protection. But actually, now that I think more closely about it, the way this biome works, you see that evil goop quibbling around there. Every kind of flooring that I put down here is attracting that bitter sludge, and waiting for that stuff is not healthy. Not healthy at all. So we have to find a different way. I think a hatch and cage traps around it is a good security perimeter for basic things, you know? And if that looks a little bit over the top, I can only say, only because I'm paranoid doesn't mean that they're not after me. So we got plenty of wood to go around. Our new outpost here is attracting children that love to play in the lowest layers of the caverns. Such madness. This place is slowly succumbing to madness, I can already tell. And it's spreading over to the overseer. No. So we keep slaughtering those kittens. This place has kind of a catsplosion going on otherwise. I'm such a cruel, cruel overseer. Okay. Now then. I've got the cages ordered, and let's get to some strategical decisions. So we will have to go through a lot of things here. And basically what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to put up a drainage system. Yeah. Something we can also shut off if the need arises to, you know. The most important thing when you're playing with water is play with water in a way that you can turn it off again. Otherwise, the way you're playing with your water sucks. So let's see how the hell are we going to do that. I mean, I really have no clue if I can keep the passageway dry here if I'd attempt to. So let's see, how does that aquifer go? Well, at this point it ain't too aggressive, but well, I'd say we have to experiment here, you know? We have to experiment. So let's do this. Is this the old message for the kittens? It's good. Alright, drink amount is lowering again, but this harvest wasn't in yet, so I'm not too worried here. So, another caravan is arriving. I really have no clue if we finally have something to trade. The last couple of times, the poverty of this place was just keeping us away from good trades. We haven't acquired any really valuable gemstones here. Should probably start doing crafts and selling these in larger scale, because gemstones don't seem to be the #1 export product of this fortress. It's just too small, territory-wise. But whatever. We got to do what we got to do. I'd love to import some brewables here, you know. Would be amazing to stock up our plants supplies now. Probably we can do that. Okay, let's request our broker at the depot before he's deciding to listen to the next poetry thing. Oh yeah, I should also unpause the game. That totally helps. Happens to me sometimes. I keep wondering why the dwarves don't move. And okay, so we got everything around. Wonderful. And the madman is re-elected. Pity. Come on, guys, get done. There we go. So, let's see, is there... How the hell are there 1,800 units of value in there? Well, alright, there's some unworked gem... unworked diamond in there, okay. But besides that, you see, we only have those really damn cheap gemstones in our fortress. Only 40 dwarf bucks each, but I'm going to sell off a lot of these today because simply we need that money, and it would be a nice kickstart now to my drink production if I'd be just able to import as much of the stuff that I want to. So here's a beer barrel, we're going to buy that directly. Let's see, melting stuff, no thanks. Wow, that's a lot of material. Why are you hauling so much leather and cloth to me, boys? So, but that's here, leaves and fruit, that's what I'm after. That's stuff you can make booze out of. So, giant silver axe blade. We don't need silver that badly. So there's a pretty high profit on the trader, so I'm not interested to take that trade. Let's help ourselves then to some extra goodies, you know? So something like that. Deal. Wonderful. So we gained some plants out of that. This will help our troubled drink industry quite a lot. So when we want to go below the sea here, the thing is we will have to go through aquiferous stuff. That also means we will have to wall off ourselves. Every piece of ground, every bit of ground will have to be taken by force from the sea. So I'll be doing just a simple shaft for now. Or let's probably do two things. Yes. So this will be by far one of the most complex things that I've ever built in Dwarf Fortress, so I don't know. This might be ultimately the demise of this fortress, that I want to punch a hole into the sea, but I will do my best to make it really, really worthwhile.
You're welcome.
Oh. Yo, hello there. Thanks for the follow, man. And, I'll see what I can do. So what do we have here? One of my people went stock raving mad, so this is not a good sign. What went wrong there? I bet I have overlooked, I've forgotten to manage something important. I bet something, this is on me in some way. It's usually the case. So, we got the walls done for that thing. And, yeah, I bet that was, Yep, I messed up some artifact, dude. Yeah, it's not the first time. Well. I'm not particularly happy about it, but I also don't want to take it too seriously. It's, in this game, not too hard to replace people, and unless it's been somebody of legendary talent in one way or another, it's, it's shocking how replaceable dwarves are. But at the same time, it is also a very, very cool way to handle the game, because this makes it so much more fun to take risks and the like. Chris Grass, hi there! Happy to see you. Hope you had a fine time so far. So, let's do this. We got the last couple of bedrooms for today here. So I really hope that this will be sufficient amount. Let's see. Okay, so back to the projects here. So we got this walled off. Good. So let's go downstairs one more time. Kittens. More kittens. Kill the kittens. Can't stop myself. Alright, drink number is finally going up, but I'd be shocked if not. So let's see, the trader can go home, and here, let's see, we got that one done. Alrighty, and we're, yeah, alright. That's shockingly close to my to the rest of my base. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at all. So let's see how that works. Good. So first of all, check out if we... Where are we surface-wise now? Okay. So it's grown aquiferous there again. The most problematic point with my undertaking here is going to find a way to get truly, truly below the waters. Because, you know, this place is really fighting me back, you know? It knows what I have in mind. Okay. So... well... we can go through aquiferous rock. It's not as if it is not possible or anything, but if we start the trip, we need to go fully through with it, you know? And that's quite nasty. So the nastiest part about aquiferous stone is that if we dig from here, I think the water will still seep down from above. So, yeah, the only way to truly get through this is to make this on all height levels at once, I think. It's really the only way that I see. But let's check back. Yeah, that's the water border, isn't it? Yeah. Interesting. So I'm going to go. Whoa, that's the wrong command. My plan for now is to just probe and do some research how we could breach below. Because basically, what I need is I need to dig a shaft below that thing, around about here, and then a big shaft will go downstairs, 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 and then a part of that, then the shaft will have a hole that empties the seawater here, but the shaft will also have a diversion that will lead the water probably over here, and then we go again deeper until we hit the second cavern layer. So that's going to be around here. So I'm going to... My plan is to lead the seawater through all 3 cavern layers at once. I don't know what will happen then. We'll see probably land. And then we might be able to build some walls at the floor of the sea. So that's roughly my plan. You know, I want to conquer this dirty, filthy sea. And only because it's always raining bitter sludge down on me doesn't mean that I'm giving up. I wanted a castle on the sea. Well, I'm going to do something similar. Okay, so first off we need to check out if the aquiferous rock stops somewhere. And the next swarm of migrants hits town. It's gonna be the last one probably, or about one of the last for a while. Once we hit 200 people, no more migrants will come. So the fortress will now fill up its ranks until it hits 200 and then we're donezo. So, the Coven of Gems, once a temple and a priest, so, oh man. Okay. First off, Coven of Gems. Do we have these people here already? Oh yeah, it was that thing where we're not able to look it up. Oh, I hate this. So, copper points. Doran. I think the organized church stuff was here. Turquoise Coven. Zakzul. Laltor. No. So, seems like this is a completely new request, so... Seems like we have to delay or research a bit more, sadly. Need to do spiritual matters. So, as it stands here, we're just seeing more of the same. Let's see how far down I need to go until something changes there. Because I'm trying to find a spot where I can go below the water for real without flooding myself immediately. And then we can engineer something together that will drain the sea. Hopefully. Okay, there we go. That's going to be the new temple. So, the Turquoise Coven, that's the religion behind Ock Copper Points, and it has 77 worshippers. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Okay. Let's check back on our cages. So what do we have here? Dralthas, cave swallows. So turns out our farm needs to be emptied one more time. That's pretty good news, you know? That's some really, really good news, because that means we're gonna be able to just keep powering up our silvery wealths, powering up our soldiers here, while attaining a lot of leather at the same time. But the problem just remains: we need to bring up more cages. So let's see. Speaking about cages, there's some wood to work with. Brilliant. So you guys haven't made me enough cages yet. So let's order a whopping 20, because I keep being distracted, and there will be a backlog of cages to be processed at some point. But at the same time, it's really important that we take care of that. And dispose of these. So, cavern dwellers. So more cave swallow people. Damn. Just when I thought we were done with today's freak show. Okay. Drauthas are actually not too weak. Large critters and all. So they're providing a good amount of training for my fledgling military here. Ah, finally the elk birds have been chained up as well. So it's a wonderful way of training your lobobs and getting some leather at the same time. There we go. So, anybody wounded here? No. Okay. So, the cavern dwellers have been not even able to breach the airlock, but that's no piece of big news. Alrighty. So, what I like most right now is the fact that the elk birds here, or whatever creatures they are, we have a steady supply of gizzard stones, which are actually quite valuable. So it's pretty dope to have these, because actually this part of our industry is currently providing most wealth of this fortress, which is a little bit crazy, but it is as it is. All right. Just a little bit pesky to get rid of all the critters manually. Probably should ponder about some automatic disposal system of these creatures. So we just need to insert the creature and don't commence the disposal manually. Although I gotta say, I don't mind the training for the silvery wealths. Pretty good for them. Okay. Seems like we've successfully emptied our zoo quite soon. After we've gotten rid of the cave swallow people. Jeez. There we go. Because there were... Yeah. There's basically a tribe in my communities. There we go. And the drink count is finally going substantially higher. That's a huge relief for me, because I was very worried about the stockpiles for a while. There we go. So, we got our cages emptied out quite soon. Finally. There we go. And, well, after that's been done, let's get back to the church that we need to build up. I mean, these cave swallow people, they reliably bring some gear, you know? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool of you, fellas. Pretty cool of you. So... We have a giant cave swallow in our traps as well? Damn. Oh. That was not intended. So, alright. I probably need to stop doing this in an area where a lot of civilians are around. Got it. So... Orderlies! Where are you? Are you assigned? Okay. So this dude should be patched up in the hospital later. Sorry, Eurist, I was taking my business obviously not serious enough. Anyways, back to the pleasant things in life. So, I'm pretty positive that the water line will look pretty much the same at all these spots, but at the same time I really want to try as much as possible here. There we go. Yeah. So I bet... Exactly. I bet that this follows exactly the water line there. So we can safely ignore the entire chalk layer, I think. So let's ignore that, because it's pretty safe to say that this phenomenon will be on all the layers at the same time. That would be quite some piece of troublesome news, because that would make it a lot harder for me to fulfill my plans, albeit not impossible. All right, but luckily here's the conglomerate. So let's see if the conglomerate layer has the same water lining as the rest of our thing here. That would be really a pity. If there's again here Dempstone, we're oh yeah, finally. Okay, so I think this might be the first successful breach below the sea. I'm excited. Oh crap. So the damp stone comes one tile later there. Are you kidding me? Good lord. So yeah, it's it is as it is. We're going to do our first experiment. Let's bring up a door here. And behind that door will be a drawbridge. You know the drill. You know the drill already. So, jeez. That thing here has really all the defenses online to avoid my plans. It's a pretty nasty challenge, but I don't mind. I mean, this surely means that either this fortress will go down with my plans, or we will beat this filthy, watery place. Either way, this is the perfect scenario to try out what it means to drain a sea. So we cannot do things because we have a lack of buckets, I noticed. That is totally out of question. So my dudes here, we got enough copper, so copper bucket. Make me 10 of these. Okay, so let's make that a shift F2 location. Yeah, why not? Alright, the main question now will be, will this place stay dry or not? So we're going to do a simple experiment here. A very, very simple experiment. Actually, we can't keep it that simple. We only need to smooth out this piece. Yeah, we do the whole smoothing part. But basically, or, well, nah. I want to have more surrounding damp tiles to have a little bit more pressure on that system. There we go. Say what? The smoothing command has overwritten the mining command. That was unexpected. All right. Okay, so let's smooth that place. And if there's going to be no water dripping down from these walls, it's going to be quite a good start. So, the ghostly glassmaker. Oh boy, that's the guy who wanted to make an artifact, and we didn't make it there, so... Erush, we're going to make you a slab, and then we're going to memorialize you properly, my men. Quite surprised they didn't bury him. Very promising. Very, very, very promising. What does take so long here? Ah, finally. Ah, they hold a boulder of conglomerate, because that was much further away than the stuff here in the... It's okay. No further questions asked. Okay, so... Here we go. Let's engrave that thing right away. And then we're done with that issue. Alright. Looks like this part of the problem is now also finally done. Very, very happy to see that. Because last two episodes, or last two streams, I really had trouble with my drink stockpiles for whatever reason. Okay. So that will bring down the ghost. Yeah, of course, there is now water here when we're not properly smoothing things out. Alright. I was shocked for a moment, but then I noticed that we had a left a leaky wall here. Ah, yeah, that's the latest person that was unable to finish its artifact. Alrighty. So this will be now one hell of a task, because we have to architect a solid system that will transport water through these caverns. And since we will be transporting a dirty, rotten amount of water, this thing has to be considerably large as well. And the cave swallow people just don't understand that my fortress is not for them to plunder. So, let's see. We are now at a spot where I want to be. I want to drain this area here very close to the shore, because I have hopes that we are going to be able to colonize that land. Take it away from the sea. Because my hope is that I'm gonna be able to drain the water faster than it can pour back. Let's see if that works or not. I've never tried something crazy like that before, and it's probably one of the worst ideas I've had in my life so far. When I started out the Dwarf Fortress, so it's totally worth doing it. So first things first, we're creating here little airlocks, you know. And this is going to be the big fail-safe. Basically, this is going to be the airlock for the entire system. And the lever will be sitting here. So we have another possessed person. Another attempt of creating an artifact. Let's hope it won't be in vain. Alright, so engraving those walls. If we get lucky, this will already be enough wealth increase to recognize the priesthood here. Right now we're of course not there, but wait a sec. That was the wrong temple that I went for. Because we already have the turquoise coven. I must have misread there something. I think it was the Coven of Gems. Yeah, that makes more sense. Turquoise Coven, Coven of Gems. Ah, well, I understand how I got this mixed up at the end of the day. So, let's see. That water inside here should actually disperse at some point. If the water level here is increasing, we are, as a matter of fact, in a different kind of prickly situation there, you know. But if I did everything correctly and there's no water pushing from upstairs down here, then this is just the residue from what I did before. I mean, this spot here does not get influenced in any way, so I am actually pretty positive here. So, dude is hauling together lots of different rocks. Yeah, well, probably he's going to live through that. Okay, so let's do another cage emptying procedure. Breachers. Blind cave ogres. Boy oh boy, we got some real baddies here tonight. Jeez. So to make sure that there's going to be no wounded citizenship, we're going to station our military here right away. Just as I hoped. There's so much stuff that we got to handle here. Okay. So, the Reacher doesn't trigger my military. Cave Swallow people immediately do so. There's a difference between animals and intelligent creatures, obviously. Okay. Oh man, that's so much stuff to take care of. So I will think twice next time when I put such generous cage traps up. Because, you know, our meat stockpiles are starting to be larger than I can actually can store in a meaningful way. Or process. Probably we should start selling luxurious food. I've heard that you can get in insane amounts of money for that. Instead of exporting gemstones, I should rather try that. Pretty sure my cooks churn out really, really valuable food by now. Might be actually a option for us. Now that I think more closely about it. I mean, the amounts of meat here are just beyond insane, and we got to process that somehow. Otherwise, the stockpiles will just grow and grow. We could also just slaughter all the stuff and try to gift it to the elves and defend them brutally. That would be also pretty good. Silver, hi there. The evening so far is quite amazing, although there's not enough people hanging around for my taste. But albeit, I got a war plan for the sea and me. I'm going to drill a hole into the sea and I'm going to suck it dry and conquer it. That's at least the plan. But for now, I'm emptying my cage traps, you know. Somebody has to take out the victims of these from time to time. Looking good. So I'm keeping the Etin in this cage, because I personally think he makes a great souvenir. Damn, that's a nutty idea. Well, we're going to punch a hole down here, so that's bad news. So, well, there's only one good solution to that, and it's to start flooding. So, as it turns out, the water drips from the light aquifer downstairs, just like I was afraid it would be. And there's a siege. Great. Thanks for the great music, boys. Always appreciate some good old banger. So, we are going to station our dudes just here, you know. and they're going to deuce it out for us. So this is probably the worst news of them all that we've had so far, because this will complicate the whole construction by a lot. I was afraid that this would happen. Pretty much expected it. For a moment I was eager to believe that it might be that easy, but it wasn't. Holy crap! So many cave swallow people! Are you freaking kidding me? And the siege ain't really going towards my way. There's just snatchers there. So snatcherinos, meet the Silver Whelps. You're not going to like that meeting. Promise. Okay, so we're going to go back here, and that means this door is actually not good for my plans. No. So we're going to flood a portion of the caverns now permanently already. Oh, more snatcherinos. So, I don't think that they are actually attacking us anymore. They look more like they are running away. So I'll leave it like that. The monitor lizard. So well, that was not really intentional. But whatever, you know, could have been worse. So I'm ripping out the door so that all the excess water can flow off. But that also means that, well, our entire work on the system will need some constant drain. But it is not much of a problem. A light aquifer doesn't exude too much water, and by the end of the day, I'm quite positive that we will get this done properly. Okay, so let's do a quick linking. So this is the failsafe. If ever some super crappy thing might happen, we are going to shut down the store here and be like, none of our business. So, speaking about none of our business, those cave swallow people though, they will be quite some business here as far as I can see. Okay, whatever. So let's check how our construction will go. So we're going to drill a tunnel all the way upstairs, eventually, not now, but the tunnel will go over here. We will empty a portion of the water down to this place. So all the water will flood the portions of the caverns here. That will be totally okay. But we need to look now. Where will we go after that? So we're going to need to go over here so we can pipe that stuff down to the next layer of the caverns. So let's see, is that a solid spot? Let's see, here, furthermore solid. Downstairs, 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 downstairs. Strike. Okay, good. So, and then is this pillar something we can work with? Yes, brilliant. So now we have a plan, my friends. So we're going to have to reach this point here. So we're going to mark that staircase already, and well, the worst part about this entire project will be that we're going to have to go through a lot of dampstone, and that's, as a matter of fact, a pain in a really painful thing to take care of. But since we have so much open territory to work with, it should be really not much of a big deal for us to drain out the water that we're producing here, basically. I will take care that that the walls here keep smooth, stay smooth. So the only water that will go in here will come only from one direction. I'm pretty sure that this does make a difference, but well, that's the best I can do, you know. And there's a lot of things that we need to take into account here. And I'm very afraid that the first activation of the whole thing, I'm pretty sure it will cost the life of one dwarf. Because I have literally no clue how the hell I'm supposed to do this without killing off somebody. Like punching the hole into the sea, I mean. You know. I really have no clue how that should work without killing off somebody. Probably we will find a way, but not today. So let's see. Prepared meals. Yeah, here's quarry bush leaf pierogi, 17,000 frickin' bucks. Dwarven ale chowder. Holy hell. So we're going to give you guys some meal you won't forget. And let's see. Probably should have traded food all the way along, hey? But, you know, hindsight. In hindsight, everything is easy. Yo, broker, it's time to broke. Stop sleeping. Damn. So, is there anything that I could use for my project here? I don't think so. Okay. Sorry for the cookie silence, but I need to replenish my brain power. Okay, we got that. So the only thing we can do is sell that stack as a whole, so we better be shopping. So they brought iron and steel bars. That's pretty cool, so we can forge ourselves some extra anvils. I think that was actually totally worth it. And here yet again, I'm going for the stuff that is transformable into booze. Okay. So this is just the very, very basic version of the weapon that we're building against the sea. I feel properly insane right now with that plan. Oh yeah. Let's check back to the temple. The engravings I ordered should be already pretty much done, but we totally lack some value here, so let's see. Do I have any statues? Uno Hollow Caverns. That was the first forgotten beast that I killed, wasn't it? This is one hell of a job, you know? Because you cannot designate any of these things in advance. Every stone cutting job or mining job that you will designate in advance will just get cancelled. So you can really only dig yourself one tile at a time. I think what I'm doing here is still more on the insanity end. Because basically, punching a hole into that thing here, you know, you see, majority of the map is water, so it might also be the instantaneous FPS death of this fortress when all that water gets calculated, where it's going to get teleported with the pressure and whatnot. So there's a decent chance that the moment I drill that hole, time will freeze to a halt, and this biome will nope me out one more time by saying, yeah, you know what? You might have beaten me technically, but I will still own your FPS, my son. So that's basically my biggest concern about that plan. But until then, I'm very positive that whatever is dripping from the light aquifer is totally gonna get absorbed by the caverns here. I have little to no doubt about this the success of that plan. So there's again cave swallow people that we need to get rid of. They litter my fortress. These people are a nuisance. Let's get rid of them. There's an insanely large invasion force of these in the caverns, so the good part is whoever is working here is getting a free mist generation treatment, which comes like a free spa visit, you know. Probably not the worst. So turns out we don't have too many things right now in the cages. That's a good thing. That means we were not too slow with these. Quite happy about that. Let's end that drought and then get back to our project. Complimentary moisturizing. Oh man, so happy to have you folks here. Okay. So probably gonna be doing some Cataclysm soon again, you know. I'm vibing for that as well. Cavern dwellers, send them back to the darkness. So, well, as a matter of fact, let's station one of our military forces here. Because, you know, this might be actually a way of getting rid of these folks before they actually swarm into my cage traps and, you know, there we go. That's a way to slaughter them before they go into the cage traps. Wonderful. So I don't see any further cave swallow people. There are probably more. There's a pretty high chance that there are, but currently... Yeah, there they are. Already seeing it. So let's send the silvery wealths after that again. Kudo. More of them pranksters? Nah. I think these were this. So let's see how many of these are still... Good God. What have I done here? Jeez. Our mock's name. Where do these all come from? Like, seriously. Do they think that we have some freebies here or something like that? We'll never know. The amount of water here is increasing. I really hope that this won't turn into some sort of a problem, but I think it would be. I don't think it will be. And well, at the end of the day, well, let's crank up two things up. Let's crank up two things. I want to have a stupid amount of hatch covers, and I also want to have a stupid amount of mechanisms, because I do already foresee that before all of this is over, I might want to put hatches on all of these, so we can just pressurize that chamber. I mean, when the building is done, it is no problem if this tunnel here is brimful with water. It's no problem, really no biggie. Because, you know, I personally would love to have more control over how much leakage I drop down into the caverns, because it's actually already quite a lot of water that we're losing here. So looks like the langurs are no match for my miners. I mean, actually, as soon as miners are good enough in their trade, like being legendary miners, for example, they turn really deadly with their picks. They turn into something really, really deadly. Okay, friends, I think that's the last couple of people arriving here. I wonder if it's even worth smoothing these walls, or if it's actually making no difference. It's something I really wonder. Like, does the amount of water increase with every exposed wall in a light aquifer? Or is it just like a yes or no thing? That's something I'm really wondering. If somebody knows the answer to that, I'd be really curious. Okay, we are reaching our designation. That's the spot where I wanted to drill my staircase into. Alright, friends, it's coming together. We're getting there. So, let's see. Here we're going to punch a longer hole into the wall. Okay. Wonderful. So there's already a little bit of water here. That was foreseeable. So, well... There's Elkberts in the trap. Oh yeah, I have an idea. Oh, wait a sec. No, we're not going to do that. So... Now we got to work fast again. I hope we're going to be fast enough. No, we're not. Damn. So, well... Alright, it's no use. We need to punch a hole here into. Otherwise, we are not able to work here. But it's okay, actually. It's not that much of a biggie. It's now, like, the water from here is also flowing into the staircase, and that's actually filling this thing here now, and we cannot work anymore. So we have to punch a temporary hole in there. So the water can gush out. There we go. So here we have a classic light aquifer layer yet again. Water, water everywhere. Jeez. So we got to drill ourselves through that here as well. So another damp stone warning. Let's hope they're going to be fast enough on that. Because here, if we're too slow, we're going to lose ground completely. That'd suck. Right, drill down. Alright, we came too late, I think. Let's see. Yep, we came too late. So, oh, okay, when that happens, this is the only way we can do it. We need to widen the thing. So, turns out... Ah, well, let's cancel that. I have an idea. I have an idea. So, I think we can make our life a lot easier if we put a door in here. So, the water from this lane here doesn't spill into my hole here anymore. I think that will be the solution to my problem here. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Alright, so that door will be no solution to the problem we got right here, but since we got a bit more room to work with, it won't be that much of a big issue. So we are just drilling 3 holes here, so we can quickly work ourselves through that now. Hopefully. But I'm quite positive. Go, as you see, water's now spreading, and now we can safely drill a hole down here. And again, the water keeps spreading. I think I'm going to give on up here now. And just accept that we're just drilling through here like that, exactly. Until we can finally just dump the water down a hole. That's the best idea so far. Magma pool? Magma pool, alrighty. So, let's take a quick hole break here. So we got now another instance where the water can leak out now. So we can safely drill some more staircases here. And that door is now no longer necessary. Alright. Good. So from this point on, I want to go to cavern layer 3, and I think that was this pillar, right? Right. So the madness is coming together, friends. So we're going to go here further. Right on. So yeah, I just decided that I'm not going to smooth out any further walls, and I'm going to just do my experiments here. By all means. Seems to be a good spot to do that. So here, that one can be done still. Okay. Is that seriously no longer... Oh, okay. Interesting. So, that's That's totally not what I wanted to hear. Damn. And it has deadly blood, so that means the soldiers that will be fighting there are also pretty... in a pretty bad spot. Let's put it like that. Okay, so let's see. Probably the entire military of our fortress will die this day, because I'm a little bit afraid of the deadly blood. But you know, we can only soldier through here. The good news is we got plenty of water to work with. Thing is, if there's deadly blood on the feet of your soldiers, then this can be mitigated by walking through water. So let's see. Where's the beast? There's the beast. It's already pretty roughed up, heavily bleeding. All right. So let's kill it off right away. Let's do no compromises here, and ha! It killed itself. Brilliant. Thanks, you cave swallow people. You are actually much better than I thought. Great, great. That's good news. My dwarves don't need to fight this. I'm positively relieved. All right. So I think we can activate the drain pretty soon for the first time. It's prototype, that is. It's definitely going to be a prototype. Oh man, I'm so excited. This will be fun. Alrighty, so yeah, they're pausing the designations now, of course. I mean, I'd say we're going to do just a very, very meager experiment. I have plans, yeah. Let's do this. All right. I mean, there will be always one issue with whatever I'm planning here, and it's quite simply the fact that I cannot build any flooring on the surface. Whatever flooring I build on the surface will ultimately be victim of the bitter sludge effect of the evil biome. So all in all, it is rather futile to try and get yourself a real castle there. But probably we're able to wall off a section there, so we can actually get ourselves a foothold there on the bottom of the sea. Just because I'm such a stubborn dwarven mind. Okay, so the basics of the system are done. I do want to have this place here walled off again because, you know, I don't want to have the water system unnecessarily open for business here. Okay, so let's see how much stuff is in my cage traps already. Oh gosh darned, this is so much already again. Jeez. So, tell you what, we need a pit. We need a magma pit. Like, seriously. So, let's see. Can we provide a magma pit here? So... okay. We need to drill down here. Let's try our luck. Okay, so the basics of the drain are now completed. Now we need to punch the hole through this entire thing. So this will be the main chamber. So let's get on over here and start digging the ramps. Because we got to go upstairs. Did I mark my area now? Yes, I did. Perfect. So let's see. No, that doesn't seem to work because they're, that should work. Alright, so this is going to be a very, very basic version of the drain. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. So why are you guys not working here anymore? That's so weird. Sometimes it is like that. Okay, let's delete all designators and see what's getting in. Yeah, that one is being accepted, strangely enough, again. Maybe I was just impatient. I don't know. Okay. No, 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 no. Oh god. We need to go so many layers upstairs for that. Keeps shocking me, you know? So, by the way, I think it's time to employ a couple of these people that I got here. Here we go. More people with picks will surely help. So let's see which one of these commands is being accepted by the system first. Okay. Only that one. Good. We're getting there. So here we are digging now upstairs because that's just way easier to do. And now we've finally reached the point where we want it to be. So let's carve out that thing. And we're going to leave one of these. So this will be the suicide tile after all. And now I need to construct this pod very, very wisely. So we're going to delete that one and transform him into a downstairs. I really need that downstairs to work with it later. A were-skunk. No! Alrighty, so, let's assign all the civilians to the borough and hope that this filthy little critter here just will go into a trap. Whew. Those traps, you know, they are the best. Speaking about traps, so, you know, let's try something. So, a pitch. And then let's check out how well that'll work. I mean, basically drowning should be an option. Let's see how well that'll work. And then I hope that we're going to be able to bring the first implementation of the sink today. So alrighty, next step, we're going to dig that entire thing all the way down. There we go. Well, yeah, it does work. Wait a sec. They, that's weird. So they're not immediately dying from what I'm doing here. But, the bitter sludge here is, well, practically we're doing some science here, aren't we? I mean, they aren't drowning. Why are they not drowning? But we can check out what the bitter sludge does to living beings in the long run. That is actually a pretty interesting thing. All right. So oh gosh, this is going to be so much work until we are at the point where I want to be, actually. But whatever, we're going to do. So, if I put these hatches here in place, do I want that? Actually, no. There's no good reason to, now that I think more closely about it. So, why are you guys not moving anymore? Is there any problem with your pathing, my good friends? Because usually they only behave like they do right here. If there is any severe problem with their pathing. And it looks as if there are just not enough staircases for my people to get their selves through this. Let's see. It seems as if these ramps were having some problems here in general. Okay, so I'd say it is time to put the sink to its first test. the first thing that we need to do is... well... why is the construction inactive? It's totally unacceptable. Like, seriously, why is that not getting done? So, this guy, obviously... why are there so many people behaving as if they are locked in here somehow? Makes me kind of wonder. I don't understand their behavior. Looks like those ramps were not working the way that I wanted them to work. But it's okay. The very most important thing is that we somehow get somebody hauling that thing down there. Or up there, I should rather say. Okay. That's what I like to see. There is somebody hauling that thing now there. And all it'll take then, so we got that thing already, is one flick of a switch to send out a flood to the rest of the world. And the Silvery Chapel ain't done here. So we're... a silver statue for Jackal. Yeah. So... turns out elk birds are not drownable. Okay. I didn't see that one coming. And we are going to install the lever in the mayor's office. So there we go. That's going to be the sink, furthermore. So, I just realized that I really should consider more of these. Let's do this like that. This will be a bit of a larger project, but at the end of the day it will pay off. Because I just realized, when that chamber that I'm currently building will be activated, there will be no further modifications possible to that mechanism, because it will be permanently flooded. And there's, until I was successful, no chance of getting that chamber here dry. So we are putting hatches on all of these. That's what this means. Is that a possibility here? Alright. I am currently insanely impatient, just so you know. But I really don't want to botch this one up. Because with these things, you actually only have one shot. And if you mess it up, you need to build the entire thing one more time. And, you know, that just sucks. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's just the right number. That'll be number 8. And let's see. So, there is currently not enough capacity. So we only have... We have way less staircases than we have water. But that's okay for the time being. So... Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Kiddo is gathering up stuff like crazy, okay. So... That whole linking procedure will now take a moment, sadly. But let's make sure that every one of these tasks is the most important thing in the fortress currently. And probably I want to pull that lever once. So that one should flick open. I hope that'll work like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, one of them dwarves has to die to finish the weapon, you know. Yeah, so. And the rest now is about time. We have to wait until these have been all linked, and then there's going to be the last step here. Blueprint mode. That here, that one thing here, that's going to be the last step. I'm so freaking excited. I didn't think that I'd be capable of getting the whole thing together in just one evening. I thought that I'd be needing way more preparations there, but turns out me and 3 of you right now, very low amount of audience tonight. We're going to see what'll happen there. So it turns out those elk birds, they're just chilling in the sea. Alright, the linking now starts. The real annoying part about that is that every single thing seems to be linked alone. Like they're not doing several of these at once. You see, there's always only one person doing the job. But, you know, it's gonna be all fine. But on the other hand, what's not gonna be fine, let's see, did you guys drill that hole into the floor I asked you about? Well, nah, they didn't, because they're... was damp stone in between again. So let's do this, you know? While we're waiting for the last few finishing touches. You know, we don't need to breach that much here to reach the magma pool. So, that should be fun. Claystone amulet. Alrighty. Is it even worth mentioning? The ill grooves. Okay, that sounds fun. On the item is the image of 2 sliver bobs and draltha leather. Okay. Is an image of workers of suicide in Reacher leather. Workers of suicide. Now that sounds strangely foreboding. You know. Gosh darn it, it takes so long. But it is at the same time, you know, it is one of those things where I just cannot I cannot skip on that, you know? It is just not possible. We need to fill every one of the... We need to link every one of these mechanisms with that lever, otherwise we will have no chance to do any reconfiguration about this system ever again. So, as much as it bothers me, we have to soldier through here. I'm just freaking impatient. I just want to flick that lever and drown this entire place. It's going to be so crazy. I mean, the channels that I made are relatively small. That means there will be not that much water activity in the first place. But at the same time, it is quite a lot. But we'll see about that. It can't take that much longer. So, I hope you guys are breaching that thing really quick before it turns into a problem. Please, dear miners. Oh yeah, you filthy. You filthy lazy. Alright. So it turns out we have to do the pit thing twice, obviously. Oh, actually that is just exactly what I want to have. Now that I think more closely about it. This is a ledge to stand on. Ha! Success! So we finally have a pit that we can trust. You know, if drowning isn't an option, incinerating is always an option. Alrighty. Are you kidding me? There's a unusual volcanic wall, alright. So there's only 3 more links to be done. Awesome. Okay, so, well, now that I'm here, I might as well put up a, might as well make myself a ledge here, you know, why not? I'm just a little bit afraid that the dripping, the water dripping down is actually the problem, but we'll see about that. We probably just found a adamantine source as well too. But one thing at a time. So let's delete that thing and let's get back to that here. So I want to have that on Shift F3. Boom. And this is my new pit. This is a really, really rad place for a pit, isn't it? So let's pit something. Yeah, you naked mole dogs. Go for a sizzle, boys. We'll see. It's a quite long path, I get that. And I'm afraid that this might be a bit of a problem, but we'll see about that. Okay, 2 more links need to be done. We are going to enjoy ourselves and see if that new pit mechanism is working on out as intended. You know, I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. Therefore, let's see if the pitting is going to be as promising as it, Yeah, this is a lava pit. You know, that's just a smaller one. Here we go. So, that mole dog was here he is. So yeah, it's working out just as intended. That's a beautiful way of getting rid of our problems. Nice, brilliant. So whatever is going to annoy me now is going to get into the pit. Get pitted. So I gotta be careful just with stuff like grundles and the like, because they have the tendency to strike back while you transport them to their final destination. Speaking of final destination, we are also at the very last of these things. So, once that last link has been done, let's double and triple check that. So this part here will be overworked over time. It's okay. It is right now as it is. So we are going to close off that thing, and then the water will gush down here. A part of the water will go down here and will bleed into the caverns here, and the rest of the water will bleed into the caverns here. So we will have a triple exit on that system. All three layers of the cavern will be flooded at once by the system, and it's going to be amazing, boys. So let's get ourselves ready. The most important thing is I do have a lever that I can flick to just make sure that no more water from the sea is going to pour into the system. Once we shut those things here, all the water from the sea will remain in that chamber. The problem is we are unable to expand the chamber. If this chamber is proving to be too small, we will have to repeat everything. But I think this is as good as it gets, right? So let's check this out. We got that thing raised up. We are going to forbid that. Let's see, does this have any connection with the rest of my fortress? So far, the answer seems to be no. Good. Next step, we're going to lock off or check if we can lock off all the entrances here. That one's looking good. That entrance here, oh well, we can. It ain't linked here. Those bridges are just decoration, but we can forbid that door, and the flood is not going to hit my mines. It's really important when I do things like these to make sure that the backlash won't be simmering back into my face. So yeah, let's do this for science. So let's. This is sadly the suicide mission part about this whole thing, because there's no chance whatsoever that the poor person in question is going to survive that. Oh, and by the way, if somebody is taking up that job... Ah, yeah, they are going over that way. Yeah, of course. I was just wondering, how the hell are they going to enter that system, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I was worried for a moment, but actually that's just working as intended. So we're going to pull that lever. I'm not sure if that's going to close all the hatches or open all the hatches, but we'll... Yeah, okay, it closes all the hatches. One more time. Alrighty. So... let it begin. I mean, if everything is working as intended, we will have a open section here. So, Latronibus, pleasure to see you. So what I did here is I do a project to drain this magnificent lake here. Well, you know, I can't build on the lake, so I'm trying to kill the lake. Let's see. So this system will be now totally overburdened with the amount of water that gushes through it. But as it seems as if, yeah, well. So let's see. Is our drain powerful enough to actually get this, beat this? So this part is looking not too overwhelmed yet. There's actually no... Okay, so as a matter of fact, we're not dropping enough water here to overstress that area. Okay, so far so good. But the bad news is our drain is nowhere near close to be large enough to put a serious dent into this thing here, so... Oh my god. This is just... Curiously enough, I could stay working here, you know? If I'd be able to smuggle some people in here, this would be actually not much of an issue. Yeah, well, it's just a pond, Latronibus. It's not an ocean, but yeah. So what we're achieving here is wet feet for everybody, but it's actually not killing the lake. So the shaft that I built was way too small, obviously. Although I see signs of success. There is a sign of draining here, but boy oh boy, we need to amp up our performance here before we can consider a before we can think of being a considerable threat to this cursed lake. So, well, how do we pull this off? I mean, technically, all I need are more of these sinks, basically. This one was too small. We can easily make them larger. We do see here that the system withholds easily more pressure, you know. So yeah, I'm myself also pretty surprised that we don't have any wicked lag spikes yet. But I also do notice that we do not get enough water out of that entire system. So all of these extra parts that I built are completely unused here. So, well, was the first part of our mission a failure? Not at all. It was just what it is, the first part of our mission. So we're going to flick the switch on that and close this part here, and let's see. Yeah, this chamber is shortly now filled completely with water, and now those elk birds are finally drowning. Interesting. So, and the rest of the system is now going to just cool down. It'll take a while until the water down here is going to be dried up, sure, but well, it'll take a lot more than what I brought up here to actually beat the waters of pain. But what I did notice is we've lowered the area here by, well, 2 points of height. So if we install more of these and larger versions of these, we will surely reach our goal at some point. Anywho. So, does this link up to the edge of the map or maybe to magma? The idea behind that, to explain you what I am after, is I want to get that part here dry and wall it off and conquer a part of the sea. Basically, this is a attempt of mine to claim some extra land here, because I'm pissed with that biome. Because you see, there's a constant rain of bitter sludge here, and that bitter sludge is making people ill. And if I'd be building stuff on the surface of that sea, the bitter sludge will accumulate on my built surfaces, and people walking through that will grow ill. So my dreams of building a castle on the sea got shattered by that bitter sludge, and therefore I decided to beat the sea instead. So that's that's how this all came together. So that was step one. We need more of these, but I'm not sure how I'm going to set this up, and I'm most likely, and I'm also definitely not going to do this today. So, Dwarven ambition at its finest. Yeah, totally. I didn't expect this to be one of my first stupid mega projects that I'll be going for, but yeah, that dirty pond has has provoked me. He started that fight. So, jokes aside, we have a solid foundation that we can build on. You know, we can expand that system here easily, and it's going to be a lot of work, though. Not gonna lie, we will have to bring up a lot of ingenuity here to expand on that, because it's like one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers that we need to breach until we reach the first segment of the drain. 8 layers alone, and that's quite the pain in the butt to do that, because you know we have 8 layers of aquiferous soil that we need to breach, and every mining job through aquiferous soil is just a pain. Anywho, I think that's a good point to end for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. We are going to let that stuff go dry, and then we're going to see how things will go on. So, see you guys next time. Have a good night, have a good day, whatever might be the case on your side of the world, and see you next time out.